the ghosts are acting up in my garage
You
here.
guys see me okay? I can see, yeah, I can see you guys beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we're honored to have Tony Valentino from the Standells and from all kinds of other musical explorations. Tony, now right now you're on Big Stir Records.
Yes, I got signed with Big Stir Records last year.
Big Stir I think out of Oakland. Is that right?
Pardon?
Is Big Stir out of Oakland?
No, they are here.
In LA? Okay.
Rex and Christina. I met them not too long ago with Rodney, my buddy Rodney.
Oh yeah.
Bingenheimer.
Bingenheimer,
Okay,
yeah.
Rock.
The mayor
of Sunset Strip.
You know, sometime you'll have to ask him, Tony. I was reading. It's been a long time ago, but wasn't he? He was Peter Dolan's or Mickey's double in the Monkees, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what he was doing exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Well, you know, Tony, this year we've played the heck on the Garage Door out of Sometimes Good Guys Don't Wear White. We played the heck. You did a remake of that. Also, you've been contributing to a lot of artists we've been playing on the Garage Door. I think Beck Black. Didn't you play with Beck Black some?
Absolutely, yes. I met her through Rodney. Again, Rodney, my good friend Rodney Bingenheimer. And then I just did another song with when I was on tour, recent tour I did of the Midwest, and I recorded Mark Stahl did a song that I recorded that I written many years ago, and then I couldn't find the right voice, but this Mark sings pretty close to
Got it. Yep.
Yeah, a very punkish voice, and we're putting it out shortly. It's called "She Don't Know Him." I'm going to have him or me. I'll send it to you.
Oh,
It's
cool.
a brand new record that we did in Kansas City. Did the vocal, and also I'm going to be working with. Let me see, another young lady from Sacramento that I'm producing, and also I got a few little things going on.
Kettles in the fire. Kettles in the fire.
You're a busy man.
With Paul Cobb, we were on tour. You know, they were in Kansas City with me, but this other artist from the Velvet Starlings, very new young dude that is so incredible, musically intelligent for 20-year-old dude, you know.
Oh wow.
And so I'm going to be getting together with him to do a couple of songs and just keeping myself busy. And then I'm working with Gary Calusa. We'll do different songs. Yeah. I'm all over the place.
You are all over the place. You are a busy man.
Well, Tony, how do you decide, being a guitarist of what you are and of renown, is it hard? I mean, to me, it would be difficult to turn down anybody. Do you have a certain criteria like, well, that just clicks. That song clicks with me. Sure, I'd like to work on that. Is there anything that you look for in a song before you agree to like play a session or contribute to the track?
I see. Yeah, it depends. You know, I'm kind of a funny guy. If I don't like the song, if I cannot get into the song, I say, I'm so sorry. It's not my style of song, to play. It's not fair, know. But I usually go for that style, for that punkish style of my style that I created in the 60s with my guitar, with my riffs like Dirty Water and Ride on Sunset Strip.
One of my favorite albums, Tony, you ever did is Try It Band. I love that entire album.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And that's a tough one to find. That's not an easy one to find,
Yeah, it's funny in those days we didn't have enough material, so the record company kept on using the one title of a song and then they put Dirty Water again in there, and it was like a mix of a lot of different music. Every album that we did, except the album that we did, the Hot Ones, that was completely all other people's music, which I thought it was useless. I couldn't argue with the guys at the time. I did not like the idea that we wasted our time, to learn other songs
Well, you got to pick
do-
your battles though, too.
Yeah, it was kind of
Am I ready?
foolish idea of this guy's. I guess what can you do? You deal with a record company, almost like a Howard Stern at the radio station.
Right.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. So the record company tells you, yeah, you got to do this. No, you can't do that. And then sometimes it's a bummer because you got to do something that you don't really want to do.
Right.
So
Now, Tony, you were signed. What were you? You were in your late teens, early 20s when you signed your
18,
deal?
yeah, just got in from Italy at 17, and then I couldn't speak English. I had no idea to speak English, and my uncles and my aunt took me in. That luckily, my mom was here in the United States until she was 16, and then they all got shipped back to Italy. I don't know what my grandfather did something. I don't know. He was selling some tamales. I don't know what he was, whiskey. I don't know. But anyway, so I always wanted to come to America. And my mom, her mother, my grandparents, they came back here. Yeah, they all came back, and I always wanted to come to America. So because I was born in a little town up in the mountains in Sicily. So we're talking about cows and goats, and we used to make our own ricotta cheese in the morning. I grew up with that. But I was around 17 when I got here, and my uncle got me a job at this place. It's called Vendy Camps. They're making bakery stuff.
Yeah.
And I started working there. I was bugging the guy every day to give me a job. My uncle, we used to play games, let's go, pretend he didn't understand that he called you for the job. And I go, yeah, it's me, okay. One day the guy says, okay, I'll give you the job. So, then I started working there, and this, the first night they put me to work was a night shift, and they put me on this conveyor belts, all this pastry stuff come down,
Yeah.
and I swear it was just a Lucille Ball. It was like a single episode. I just couldn't get. I was a disaster. Everybody was laughing, but anyway, and I did that for a while. And then, by being allergic to flour, I requested to change department, and I end up in this department, the oven department, where they bake the bread.
Oh, man.
And there was this young man named Jody Rich, and we met, and we both started working on putting bread in the oven. And he goes, yeah, I play bass. And I go, I play a little guitar, from Italy. I used to play a little Italian music.
That's what I was going to ask. Sorry to interrupt, Tony, but you were playing in Italy then before you came over? You didn't pick it up?
Just a few chords, just a couple of Italian chords. There's nothing like a rock and roll. When I heard, rock around the clock, the guitar solo, when I was in Italy, I go, oh my God, I gotta, Chuck Berry, I go, how they do that? I want to play that kind of music. So me and Jody goes, let's start a band. So we started a band called the Starlighters. And I was here about maybe 9 months. I started speaking English a little bit, and we formed a band, and we met this fellow named Duncan, and he was a lead singer, and we started working on this song that was called Delayed Action. In a way, we were messing with the song for months and months when we started the band, and we did some gigs, like I was playing Walk Don't Run, or Sleepwalk, stuff like that.
Surf, were you doing surf stuff back then, Tony? Was it because that was kind of 62, 63? That was
right.
hot.
I bought myself a Sears guitar, and a Sears amp that I met the drummer from the Germs the other day, and he goes, oh my God, I finally get to meet you, Tony. You're the guy that kicked the speaker on that amplifier, and that's history. And then the voice sound was born, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I really did. I kicked the speaker on this. I had this stupid Sears, amplifier. I couldn't get the good sound. So I kind of kicked the speaker, and I got this weird sound coming out.
And a new sound was born.
Yeah,
A new
that's what
style
I
was
got
born.
guy from the Germs, the drummer. I can't remember his name, but anyway, I go, yeah, that's what happened. So we were working on the song. Then one day, we went to was called Delayed Action, the song, and I contributed. Me and Jody, both. We were all three. Me, Jody, and Lenny and Duncan. So we're rehearsing. I put one part that was not finished in the middle. I wrote one part, and then we went to this football game one night. Anyway, they were clapping the hands, and anyway, from Delayed Action, when we on the way out, I go, let's call the song "Let's Go." Come on, we can put the hand claps.
Nice.
And that's what happened. And then we went and recorded it. And that's the history. I already got my first hit record.
Yes, let's go. Big hit. Yeah.
So
That's
unbelievable.
awesome.
I could not believe it. And then the guy disappeared in the middle of the night. He went to Warner Brothers. And then there was craziness. They re-recorded the song, because I did the original demo. We all paid $5 each. And anyway, then after that, Laney disappeared because he was dealing with Warner Brothers, and we couldn't get a hold of him. We couldn't find him. Me and Jody, so we were looking for another place to get in the band, a keyboard player, an organ, and we found the keyboard player. And so that's in other words, I'm the original founding member of the Standells.
Yeah.
The Jody Rich.
Yeah. Is Jody still alive? I haven't heard anything from Jody, Tony. Is he still
Yeah.
alive?
No, he's gone a long time ago.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he left the band when we went to Hawaii, our first gig, mostly our third gig, or always somehow we played here some, and we went to Hawaii, and then he disappeared, and me and Larry continued with the Standells. So I'm the founding member of the Standells. Met Larry, and then we kept on going with Larry, and that's the story of the Standells. Then from that, we started, playing in clubs, pay our dues from club to club, traveling, in the cars, driving 600-700 miles.
Oh, yeah.
Going all over the country. And then we were playing in this crazy club in Hollywood. It was called the Peppermint West. And it was famous. A lot of movie stars used to go there. And then we some crazy dude come in one night, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to manage you guys, da 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 da." And at the time, I found this Italian magazine, and I saw there's 4 guys from England with this long hair stuff,
Right.
So me and Gary Leeds, we figured out, we went and bought wigs, and we put this wigs on, and we were playing in this club in Hollywood, and people were flipping out. From there, we got signed with the Burt Jacobs, and then we went to PJ's. PJ's, Trini Lopez was playing there. It was a famous club, another famous club. Then from there, we went to Central America. It was crazy, like a tour.
Oh, wow.
We almost got killed. But anyway, then we went to Vegas from PJ's, and then we started to record with Liberty first, and started our journey of rock and rollers.
Tony, how'd you end up on Tower, which is Capitol's subsidiary? That may be a question for your manager. I don't know if you would even know that.
We ended up on Tower because we got signed with Liberty, and we did a live album at PJ's, live at PJ's Standells, and then And then we got signed with VJ Records. Dig this. We were in the office of the president of VJ Records. And we're all sitting there, and he goes, I want you guys to know that I'm here today. I let this 4 guys go from England, from the contract, and I'm signing the Standells. And then we'll go, who in the hell is this guy? So he wouldn't tell us. So on the way out, there was a guy standing by there. He goes, that was the Beatles, guys. So they let the Beatles go. They signed the
Yeah, if
Standells.
he would have sent in, actually, if he would have sent in like 3 weeks earlier the right paperwork, yeah, it would have been all
That was
through.
incredible. That was just like a movie. So then
That's
from
amazing.
that, we got to be hang out with the Sonny and Cher, and we backed them up for a while. And then he wanted to produce us, and they were broke. Our manager and this other dude, they go and from the office, let's have Sonny produce the Standells. They needed some money, so we gave them $5,000 to Sonny and Cher. Sonny, this is all written for real. They were sleeping in the car. I'm not
Oh,
joking.
wow.
Yeah.
So they got some money, and Sonny, we went to the Gold Star famous studio where everybody recorded,
Yeah.
and we did a double session with Glenn Campbell on guitar. It was me and Glenn Campbell. Then Carol Kay on bass, and my bass player Gary. The drummer it was Gary Leeds. No, it was Dick Dodd. Gary Leeds was our previous drummers. Dick Dodd and Al Blame on
Oh, wow.
drums.
You were there with the
Yes.
crew. Yeah.
So we recorded some songs, We did actually Big Boss Man we recorded, which we did. That was my biggest. When I came from Italy, I was in Cleveland because we had not been Cleveland. My grandparents were there. And so I was watching TV and I couldn't believe it to see Dick Clark, the American Bandstand show. And I go, oh my God, that is so incredible. And the first show I ever seen was the Everly Brothers. I
Oh,
never forget the Everly Brothers. I go, oh my God, I gotta get an electric guitar, I want to do that. Quiet on
Everly
the
Brothers.
Set, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, can you stop that, please? Anyways, I'm sorry. Somebody, I think there's a mouse at the door. I don't know.
Yeah. It's probably my personal assistant, i.e., I don't have one. It's my wife.
Anyway, so
So, okay. So, Tony, you stopped, but then the band started chugging along. You were on VJ for a little bit.
yeah, right.
Then you went to Capitol. Then you went to
We went to
Towers.
Capitol too. Our manager was managing Liberace and Phyllis Philburn, Richie, what's his name? Philburn, famous guy. Richie Philburn, what's the name? The guy who did all the TV shows, I can't think. Anyway, so somehow they got connections with the Capitol Records, and so we got signed with a couple of records. And the funniest thing is, again, to my uncle, and he took me because I wrote this Italian song, and I wanted to give it to Dean Martin, right? So we drove there one day. He took me there, and we walked in, and then I couldn't speak English barely. And the first thing, the only word I understand was manager. The girl kept on going, manager. And all of a sudden, these 2 guards came toward us, and then they threw us out. But then, think this, 3 years later, there I was signing the contract, a tower. And then I remember that day we went to take photos with Pink Floyd up on top of the building on Tower Records, on the tower. That was an incredible day.
Tony, did you ever record in the Capitol Studios there in the Tower?
No, not at all. We recorded actually Dirty Water in this garage. That's why they call us Garage Band.
Well, yeah.
We started right there. We recorded Dirty Water in this garage. It was like a little upstairs, with one room, so hot, no air conditioning,
Oh.
I never forget that day.
Well, you know, Dirty Water is in the Rolling Stone of one of the 500 most influential songs in rock and roll. But to me, that it's timeless, by the way. Now,
Oh, thank you.
Tony, I know your producer wrote most of the song, but all you did it was a studio creation, or did you come in and just work out the parts then?
Well, we had a producer, Ed Cobb, and the song came out. The reason of the song was because he was in Boston to go see his girlfriend, and somehow he presented us with this 3-chord song, you know, like a 3-chord change blues thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, A to B, B to E, you know, the 3-chord, usually 3-chord
Progression,
changes.
yeah.
And so he presented us with the song when we were recording, and we started recording it, and nothing was happening. The song was just like a 3 blues chords, blues, da, 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 you know, and we were not too excited about it. And then Dick Todd started doing some stuff at the beginning. I want to tell you a story. That was Dick Todd, you know, did that. And then I figure, you know, I got to put something in there. I was going home for 3 or 4 days in a row, just trying to come up with something. And just somehow I just was playing my guitar and, you know, started messing around, and I went back with the riff, and they go, yeah, this is the one, that's the one, you know.
The riff made the
And that's
song.
it. That's history. I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, that's what happened, you know.
Now Tony, you guys toured around, I mean, throughout the 60s, and were on quite a few national and, you know, even local TV stations and stuff. What are some of the venues? Did you ever play, say, you know, like a Fillmore? Did you ever play anywhere like that?
Or Fillmore, we did, absolutely, with the Stones. When we were on tour with the Rolling Stones, we played in 35 cities. I think it was 34, 35, something like that. And including Canada, we went. But the Fillmore, yes, in San Francisco. The biggest stadium was Shea Stadium in New York.
Oh, you played Shea?
90,000 people, you know, like crazy. But we did a lot of big venues, huge stuff, you know. I remember with the Stones, it was a trip, and luckily to all of us be alive these days, because it was too crazy out of control. You know?
Details will be protected.
They started a fire one night on the plane. They were playing cards, and there was a big game, and somebody lost. They got pissed off.
Oh shit!
And you know, it was the captain was going, "Yeah, you guys are crazy. I'm going to land this plane," you know. But we went to a lot of different cities, and you know, one time we were supposed to do also the pop festival, Monterey Pop Festival, but our manager, they booked us with the Peter Fonda in Seattle to do American Miss American Teenage of America pageant. And
so
we were there for the whole weekend, and so we were there with Peter, you know, and I go, "I'm in love with your sister," and he goes, "So do I." I never forget that. So, God bless his soul, Peter Fonda.
You know, Peter Fonda aside, you probably knew this, Tony, but he's the inspiration, Craig, for She Said, She Said.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in 65, they were hanging out, and the Beatles were hanging out in L.A. at I forget whose house they were staying at, but Peter Fonda were there, and they had taken some lysergic diethylamide 25. And Peter Fonda kept coming up to the lid and going, "Man, I know what it's like to be dead. I know what it's like to be dead." And so that's where the song "She Said, She Said." The original lyric was "He said, he said." Who put all that shit in your head?
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, Tony, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, so I bet there's a whole episode there. I'd love to hear you talk about Peter Fonda. What an interesting cat.
Great. But anyway, so Then
Now, you guys, Tony, you guys played, but no, I mean, more recently, you played in Fenway Park, didn't you? Didn't you guys?
Oh
Didn't
yeah,
you
we did that for about 7 times to go to Boston. Yes, because they're using dirty water every time
Oh yeah.
they play the game at the Fenway Park. So, and we did a couple of shows. Couple of the shows at one time was with the James Taylor, which was an honor to be playing with James Taylor. It was incredible.
Sure.
One year was Donna Summers, I think. There were different artists all the time. We were all, they put us in this beautiful, plush scenery where you can watch the game. Nobody can bother you, secluded area,
Oh yeah,
And then I
food, drink.
was sitting right next to this kind of old fellow, and the guy goes, who's that? I go, I have no idea. He goes, that's a Joe DiMaggio's brother. I go, oh my God.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I couldn't believe it, But anyway, I've been, then one day somehow wanted to meet Dean Martin. I'm not making good friend with Dino Martin, his son. Dino,
Yeah.
and
Dino, Desi, and
Desi and Billy.
yeah.
I met all three of them, really nice people. And also Billy, I guess he just passed a couple of years ago. It was kind of sad. But we used to hang out at Dean Martin's house. And then I met Dina and Claudia, the whole family. And I remember one time for Dean Martin's birthday, we went. Dino goes, I don't know what to give my dad for his birthday. So he goes, Tony, let's go get a tank,
Okay.
You were going very nice in this army place. Can you please deliver this tank over here? That was,
That's awesome.
I've been like crazy. I had a crazy career, with all this, famous stars. Oh, and then I was hanging out with Dennis Wilson. This is something else. And we used to ride our Triumphs. We had motorcycles. And so one day he was, he says, Dennis says, come with me, Tony and Manny. We were 3 guys on the motorcycle. We're going to this place. We're going to deliver a message. So we're riding, and we're going about 20 miles. Where's this place? He's going toward the hills, and all of a sudden, there we are in Spahn Ranch.
Oh, I was getting ready to ask.
And then there's Charles Manson. Oh my God! And you know what? We deliver the message that the message. I don't know if you saw the movie. When Charles Manson was in there outside of the Ursing on stage, he built a little stage.
Yes.
Waiting for Terry. He says, so we deliver the message that
Terry Melcher didn't want him.
Go there in the next couple of days. He will listen to his music.
Oh,
it was unbelievable. And then we went. Dennis moved up on Sunset Plaza, and we used to go there and skateboard, and they used to be there. He used to sit on the sidewalk with a guitar playing he wanted him to listen to songs, and the girls were on the steps to go, you guys need anything? You guys need? Oh my God. They took over his house.
Yeah. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that say if Terry Melcher had released Manson stuff, that some of the killings may have not taken place.
Yeah, probably not, really.
I don't know.
I heard about it. I could not believe it. I think I started throwing up because I could not believe it. It was like unreal.
Tony, were you involved in any of the Laurel Canyon scene? Did you ever hang out up there or Topanga?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I lived on Laurel Canyon. As a matter of fact, I have another album that I recorded. I'm going to send it to you guys.
Please do.
I wrote a song. It's called Laurel Canyon, Living on Laurel Canyon. And I'm talking about what went on in 1969 on Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
And we used to have parties. I mean, like every single night we were marked in red by the police station because every night after the whiskey a go-go, all the girls, go-go girls,
Yeah.
you know, from the clubs, everybody used to come to our house. It was crazy. And, you know, we used to get, you know, one night you could see Jim Morrison walking around. You never know. The mamas and the pop, you know, it's crazy.
Well, it seems such an idyllic scene, especially for a musician. I'm sure it was, you know, you guys are in your early 20s, you're young, but it just seems like you could go from one place to another, just playing music and sharing music, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. The 60s, I'm telling you, the 60s, even these days, I meet young kids and they go, wow, I really miss the 60s. I wish, you know, I was at Home Depot one day. This guy was there with this young son. They stopped me. He goes, "Aren't you Tony Valentino?" He goes, "Yeah, you know, well, really, I'm at Home Depot." He goes, "Really, you know, I'll never forget your face." So he goes, "I want you to meet my son. He's a big fan of the Standells." I go, "Oh my God!" I go, "Really?"
That's awesome.
And so I meet a lot of the young kids that they wanted to play 60s music. You know?
Well, you know, it's authentic, Tony. It comes from the heart. You know, it's real. It's not pushed. It's not a button pushed, which Craig and I were talking, ties into another question I wanted to ask you. What's your recording process? Do you get files sent to you? Or are you still going into a studio to lay down tracks?
Mostly I record. I have a studio. I recorded my stuff in my house. I have one room set up as a studio, and you know, like Pro Tools. I have analog. So I record everything starts here. Then I send it out to a singer, and they say, "Can you sing on this?" I send samples of more or less what I would like to, you know, kind of sounding like, you know. And then I do some like I did. We just did another album from this people. My other band in Kansas City, the tour that I was just in. We recorded this album is called The Republic Banana. I'm going to have Joyce Skidmore send you a copy also.
Yeah.
Oh, please do.
And we did a remake of their song in the oh God, now I forgot.
That's all right.
Da-da-da.
It'll come to you. It'll come to you at 2:00 this morning. You know,
You got a lot of
Oh,
information and
shoot.
stories
Did-
up in there.
Who did it? Let me see. Barry Maguire. What's his name?
Oh, Even Destruction.
Yeah, Evil Destruction.
Oh,
We
awesome.
just re-recorded that, and then we did that, and it was me, myself. I play guitar and harmonica, and then I sent it to Joy in Kansas City, and then he played another guitar, and then there's Eric Amble from Joan Jett, the guitar,
Yeah.
you know, the guitars for
Yep.
Joan Jett. So then we sent it to him, and he put some stuff. And then we sent it to Mark from Vanilla Fudge. Mark
Oh, yeah.
Stein. Yeah. So there's a bunch of great musicians in there.
Like a super group.
It does. It is a super group. Sure
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
When will that be out, Tony?
This is out already. I can, as a matter of fact, look, let me show you a copy. The Nuclear Banana.
Oh, I need that.
That's very cool.
The nuclear.
That's-
I'm gonna get. Send me your address because I want to send you my album and.
Oh,
this
yeah,
album.
absolutely.
Please,
Okay,
that'd be
great.
fantastic.
And
And Tony,
this
we'll
is
need
like,
your address as well too, because we got some swag to send you.
Pardon?
We'll need your address too, because we'll have some swag to send you.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, no problem. This is an old picture. This
Oh,
is
wow.
like a Standells. Like
Yeah.
this is an early Standells from the Peppermint West.
Hold up a little bit higher. Oh, that's cool.
Look at those clean cut kids there.
Yeah.
What
This
happened?
huge guy is a movie star. It's like in the movies. You know, he strangled people and stuff. This one is This one was from VJ Records.
Oh,
This
that's
picture.
cool.
Anyways,
Tony, do you still have the guitar? Do you still have the your famous guitar that you played?
I just got my guitar right here. Look, I just got my guitar from the Grammy Museum in Liverpool. This
Wow.
one, I just got it. It's been in
Wow.
Liverpool for 5 years at the museum.
Oh,
Grammy
awesome.
Museum. So
That's very cool.
it's Telecaster, my Telecaster.
Yeah.
Your baby is back. Your baby's back. Somebody signed the pick guard on that, Tony. Who signed the pick
I
guard?
think it was me.
Oh, okay. So now the new album that's going to be on Big Stir again. That'll be on Big Stir Records.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be unfortunately they couldn't get not a deliver of vinyl. And
Yeah.
we lost about 4 months
Yeah.
of wasted time because I guess nobody could find any vinyls. All the companies that went out of business.
And
Because of
everybody
the
else is back on
CDs.
a backlog. Everybody
Yeah,
else
when the
is back.
CDs came out, now everybody wants vinyl again.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So they decided to release it's called a Dirty Water Revisited. Tony Valentino of The Standells,
Yeah.
Dirty Water Revisited. And I re-record all the songs I did, everything, all this, about 10 songs.
Oh, wow.
Like Dirty Water, Good Guys, Try It,
We did that. We played the heck out of Good Guys and
yeah, oh yeah, thank you so much, by the way. I'm really honored.
Oh, we love your
I really
stuff.
appreciate it. And you guys also played my new song, Fix Me Up,
yes,
which went
yes,
to number
Yeah,
one in the
that's,
chart.
yes.
That's a punk one
I'm
there.
holding on that until I get a label. And I want to put it on a label.
Yeah.
Because a lot
Yeah.
of people like this song, and I want to make sure that I get a dime or two,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
feedback was real strong on that. That was
Yeah,
real
thank
strong.
you so much. And we have a couple originals on the album that they are new music. I mean, new punk,
Yeah.
heavy punk music that I've been doing now. That I'm creating new music. So I put 2 completely original, never recorded before, and in the album. And one is called Vicky, and the other one is called I Am what is it? A punk rocker, something like that.
Cool.
But
I'm
those
a
aren't out
sexy
yet,
punk
Tony.
rocker.
Those haven't been released yet.
They are in the album. Yeah,
No,
they're thinking I'm releasing one of those maybe our next release. I
Yeah.
hope so, because I like to hear one of those new innovation and new fresh music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Tony, to me, that's the hallmark. You're always going forward. You're always moving, Sure, it's fun to talk about the stuff, but the music
Yeah.
you're releasing now is friggin' amazing. I about said a bad word. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I got so much new stuff. I'm sitting here mostly every single night recording, just writing and recording. And that's my life. I've been doing this since I was 16, so
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
stop now? Just gotta
Right.
keep the music rolling. Don't let the music die, right?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, Tony, it's taken a lot of time. Do you have a couple more minutes to play either or with us?
Sure, go ahead, whatever.
All right. You ready, Craig?
Yeah,
So what it is,
well,
I just show you. I'm out here in the garage, and I'm a record collector, so I've got boxes of records. So I just grab a box just at random, and I'm going to hold up 245s, and you guys have to tell me what you prefer. Okay. All right. We've got Not Fade Away, Buddy Holly, or Fool's Paradise, the Crickets, or Think It Over. Which one?
Wow.
Mm,
Yeah. I think Buddy Holly.
that's
Both
my
of them
pick, too.
are Buddy. I've got to go with Not
The
Fade
Not
Away.
Fade Away.
Not Fade Away, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. The
Oh.
Buddy Holly, Not Fade Away. One of that is great. When I never forget, I heard this when I came from Italy too. I go, how did they do that? Wow,
Oh.
incredible.
Okay, we've got Sammy Davis Jr., the Candyman, or
Oh, Sammy Davis Jr. Oh, I had
Or-
the funniest joke, but I don't know if I can say it.
Oh,
You can
you
clip
can.
it
You
if
can
you can.
absolutely say it.
Okay, so Sammy Davis Jr., every Christmas he used to sing, dreaming that I'll be white for Christmas.
that's on his. He did that. He really did do that in the Rat Pack Vegas years. All right. So we got Candyman or the Bossed Weeds and Little Bad News.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candyman, yes. He did a great job on that.
All right. We've got the Hullabaloos, Don't Stop,
Wow.
or Don Gibson, Oh Lonesome Me.
Don
pick-
Gibson.
I'm going to pick the Hullabaloos.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go with Don Gibson on that. I like the Hullabaloos, but I like Don Gibson a little better. This is a killer song.
Okay.
One more, Troy.
All right, one more. Let me dig in here. I'm just grabbing some. All right. We've got, oh, where'd you go? Dang it, I can't get, okay. We've got Bob Dylan, Watching the River Flow, or Slim Harpo, Baby Scratch My Back.
Bob Dylan for sure.
Craig, what do you
Yeah,
think?
I'm probably going to pick Slim Harpo.
I'm
Bob
going with
Dylan.
Dylan. I'm going with Tony on that one.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. Absolutely. The same. We were born the same May 24th.
Oh,
Same
yeah?
day.
Really?
Yeah. Two crazy Geminis.
Yes, yes. The ends and the yin and the yang with the Gemini. Well, Tony, thank you so much. We appreciate, we love you here at the garage. We think
Thank
you're just
you.
amazing.
You've been an inspiration to generations of
Gives
Oh
me
musicians.
my
chills.
goodness. Thank you. I'm honored. I'm really honored. And you guys keep up the great show that you guys have. A lot of people talking about you guys. I was actually at that party, Rodney's party a couple weeks ago on the
Yeah.
15th. And there was a lot of musicians there that I met Josie Cotton. We took some pictures and, became good friends. And some people, they were sitting at the table, they go, oh my God, that station. I was listening to that garage door, that station, those two guys, I really like the music, and they say, I'm going to try to get a hold of them. They got to play my music,
Oh, awesome.
So they were talking about you guys.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, send them
Yeah.
our way. We're all about spreading the word that seriously, the power of music. It's
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
it's what life's all about.
Well, it's
So
been an
I want to
honor
wish
to
you a
talk to
happy
you.
new year. And I wanna
Tony,
say
let's
hello to-
let's check in again in 2 or 3 months, give a quick
Yeah,
phone
sure.
call, quick
Yeah.
interview, and just see
I
what's
say
up.
thanks to
and-
Big Steer Records and to Dennis,
yes,
Johnny, to Dennis and
the whole gang there at
the-
Big Stir.
oh,
Yes.
my
Yeah.
new band, all the guys. We're getting ready maybe to do some shows with the Strawberry Alarm Clock and
Oh, yeah.
CDs coming up.
Yeah,
So
Tony,
we'll
when
see.
you are, Craig and I are planning a trip out west someday. So
Oh,
when you
boy.
do have a show, if you've got one, please let us know. Keep us on the
Yeah.
list, and
Oh,
I look
sure,
forward
for
to getting
sure.
the new
Let you know,
music.
yeah. You're the
All
first
right.
one to know. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. Happy New Year.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Happy
Oh,
New
yeah,
See you
Year.
guys.
You guys
Bye-bye.
are the greatest.
You're the greatest.
Yeah.
Ciao. Ciao,
Ciao.
Bedlam.